Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to episode 6 now of the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 playthrough, remastered version, obviously. And in last episode, we basically got the last remaining glyphs. As you can see, our glyphs are filled. We got the stone glyph, the water glyph, and the sun glyph. Or the light glyph, I guess you could call it. And we also checked out the human stronghold. Now we need to use our newfound ability to actually continue on to, you know, get the other brother that we need vengeance on, and to do that we need to go this way. It's, again, this game does not like to tell you exactly where you've got to go. It's just like, hey, you've got a new ability, maybe you should, like, I don't know, search for where you got to go next. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. As well, on health upgrades, I believe we only have 5 left. I think it's 5. No, 4. Only 4 health upgrades left in the whole game. And I don't remember where all of them are, I don't think. But I know where at least one of them is that we will need a new ability for. One that we do not yet possess, but as you can see, we are basically here. We're just going to head up here because there is a teleporter, and like I said before, if you want all the achievements, there is an achievement for activating the teleporters. That, and it's just, you know, so much more easier to be able to teleport to and from where we need to go whenever we need to go there. So let's quickly activate this one, and then we'll head on back out to take on, or well, hopefully find our next brother. I believe we're on Dumah. Yes, should be on Dumah. Because we beat Rahab last. Yes, Rahab was last. Yeah. The watery boy, little mermaid dude. So we're gonna climb on up here. There is nothing we can do to the right yet, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So we just need to go on forward. And to do so, we just need to glide our little ass on to here. And we should get a cutscene. No? Okay, we'll get one when we come in here. Yeah, there we go. This yeah.
This city once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Kain spare none of his brood?
It was not Kain, but Dumah's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan. These are human weapons, Raziel. Believing themselves invincible, Dumah and his offspring failed to see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken by surprise, allowing the human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Rip. So yeah, they kind of got themselves killed. Well, we're going to pull these weapons out and, you know, take one, because we like to take weapons. Actually, no, we don't. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is one of the ones where we need to immediately go into the spectral realm. This area's puzzles, I believe probably this is the one that took me the longest to figure everything out, because there is quite a bit it wants you to do. And like I said, this game isn't really big on telling you what it wants you to do. It kind of just expects you to figure it out. Which, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't enjoy, because you know me, I love a good puzzle. But what we're first going to do is we're going to use our little shooty blaster to blast this block all the way to the back of there. So that we can basically go back the way we just came. But instead of being in the spectral realm because of the barriers, we can get out of the spectral realm and just hop on over, as you can see. So then obviously now we're in the area that we were just in, but we don't have to be in the spectral realm, which is what we need to do, because I didn't do it in the spectral realm because obviously there's no point, but we do need to come over here and climb up this way. It basically takes us to the entrance before we walked in for the cutscene. I believe. Oh no, it is the entrance right after we through the cutscene, because there is a spot we got to glide to when I don't mess it up. Okay, I actually fell again because I climbed up and slipped, so it took a little longer than I was hoping just to do that one bit, but that is what it wants us to do so we can get inside here. Yes, and if I'm remembering correctly, this is quite a long puzzle. So I might speed up through this one just because it does take quite the while. Did it. I saw me struggle towards the end to make the jump a couple of times. It is a little finicky, that bit. It takes so long to do. Get all the puzzles sorted. Like I said, that was probably the part of this area that took probably the longest for me when I first went through this game, because it is a very difficult area. But actually, I was going to say, if I remember correctly, there is nothing up that part that we need to do. But from what I remember, is it pull this switch first? Yeah, it's pull the switch. Wrong switch, but you'll see what I mean. So we need to turn this lever first to activate the gas, and then we pull that switch to activate Big Boom. Big old boomy boom boom. 3, 2, 1. It didn't, but you'll see it now. So cinematic. Yeah, so we just blasted that open. There is also this way, and if I am remembering correctly, it leads all the way over to here. Yes. So this is the other part of the balcony that we were on before, if you see. But first we're gonna go this way. Yes, we're gonna go back this way, and we're gonna go through the hole we just made. If that makes sense. It does make sense. I don't know why I said if that makes sense. Should be to the right, yes. To the right. There's a little cooked zombie. Zombie? Vampire. What the hell? Why did I call him a zombie? My head is all over the place today. But it is a very nice day as well. So my plan is hopefully to record this and maybe do a bit of sunbathing. You know, maybe treat myself. Yeah, so I don't know why I did that, because it literally just leads us here. So back to where we just were, but lower down. Obviously lower down. So what we actually have to do now is... Oops, wrong one. We have to come back up here, obviously, and go back into the normal world so we can actually, you know, interact with things. And then now what we got to do is we got to get these 2 blocks stacked on top of each other so we can make it up there. Nothing too complicated, to be honest. It's just getting to this part that I feel is somewhat difficult. Or at least more difficult than everything else after. Well, maybe not everything. We'll see, we'll see. And then we go up here. We should be good. So yes. We need to pull that switch, which is why we're up here, because from the lower level we cannot make it. And what it wants us to do is hop back and forth between the spectral realm, like we've done many a time before. Many a time before. Like I said, this game really focuses in on the switching back and forth for the puzzles. Not all, obviously, but most, some. Come on, we can make that. God damn it. Oh, no, we won't make it from here. Yeah, so this game really focuses in on the spectral side of puzzling, and then in the next game, like I said before, they don't use it anywhere near as much. There we go, struggling with the camera there. Yeah, in the next game, they really don't use it anywhere near as much, which is a bit of a shame, because I like the functionality of it, and how it is required in a lot of puzzle solving. But that game has other pros that I enjoy. Why are we not making it? I've made that before. That is frustrating. Right, let's try and... Well, do you know what? We'll just leap glide and see if that... There we go. I always go with the crouch glide jump, just in case, but I forget that sometimes it's more of a hindrance in certain situations. But now we've hit that, so we can lower this bridge. Well, door. And then we plop down here, obviously. And then head on forwards. But yeah, like I said, they don't really use it anywhere near as much in the next game, which is a bit of a shame, because I personally love the aspect of it that does that. Whereas I know like some people probably didn't like it as much, and at times it is confusing to say the least, but I still personally really enjoy it. There are, like I said, there are some in the other one. They're not all completely... Yes, we can't do anything in here yet. They're not all completely useless. Yeah, no. Like, it's not a completely useless ability. Am I having a brain fart moment? Maybe. Am I supposed to just go in here? Maybe. Yeah, no, I'm not, because I'm in the spectral realm. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. For some reason, I've just had a moment of, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I don't know why. Hang on, let's go back, let's go back. Oh, no, yeah, I think I remember what I've got to do, actually. Go through here. Ignore my phone. Bloody thing. No one ever messages me when I'm not recording. Go through here. So we could... Oh, no, are we like fully stuck down this bit? Oh, okay, I guess I have to go through here. I should not have changed into the spectral realm. You, buddy, I was gonna avoid killing you, but you clearly want to be eaten, so I'm fine with it. I was gonna let you live, but nah. Bro had to intervene, He was just chilling, waiting by his corpse. He could have been revived, but he chose violence. And I chose to give him that violence back. Right. Go up this way so we can find a thing to go back out of the spectral realm, because I should not have entered it. I'm a silly Billy. That is something that can be annoying, there not being a lot of portals around. And sometimes, you know, you switch into it to check something, and then you're like, ah, I shouldn't have done that. So, you know, it's fine, it's fine. We move, we shake. I am almost positive I kind of remember what we're gonna do. Yes, I do remember. I should have noticed with this stream of light, that's your hint, to climb up here instead. And then we got to get in to there. So yeah, I was like, when I went in there, it wasn't because like I was just like, what am I gonna do? I know I had to get in there, but then I was like, wait, how am I supposed to get in there again without being in the spectral realm? Oh yeah, this is the annoying part about this part. We don't get to keep the fire Reaver stuff. Puts it there for us, and then it's like, oh no, actually you gotta go into the spectral realm if you wanna get anywhere with this. Which sucks. Because, as you guys saw, the Fire Reaver is kind of broken. But this is what we needed to do. We needed to get in here and then give this the old push. Which knocks down that gate and that door. Allowing us access. And if I'm remembering correctly, inside here is none other than our brother. Yes.
My brother, Dumah, a powerful warrior in life. He would have burned with shame to have me find him here like a stuck pig.
So yeah, Dumah's kind of sort of dead, but not dead, because as you guys know, their souls don't go. So his soul is hanging around here, because if you change to the spectral realm, you can talk to him.
Come to save my soul, prodigal brother.
Not to save it, but to take it. Your only salvation is release.
Yeah, you get an achievement for that, but you can't kill him in that state, unfortunately. You just got to go back here and zip back on into the real world. So, obviously, as you saw, he is stuck like a pig, but his soul is still there, so we need to unstuck him like a pig and kill him all over again so we can eat his soul. And to do that, we just basically need to come up and just pull out all 3 stakes. It's the only time you actually get real stakes, which is sad, because you don't really get to kill any enemies with it. But on my original playthrough, after I beat him, I came back, grabbed one of the stakes, and went on a rampage killing some vamps with it, because I was like, I want to be a true staker. But there we go, done that. Bro is gonna wake up. He's like, ah, I'm free.
Unbound at last. I thank you, brother.
Your thanks are premature, Dumah. I have not forgotten whose hands bore me into the abyss.
The centuries in Limbo have honed my strength. Not even Kain is my equal.
Even the strongest vampire is vulnerable.
We shall test your thesis, Raziel.
My bloodthirst has been superseded by an even darker hunger. I will consume your soul before this day is done.
God, all the interactions go hard. But yeah, he is huge. As you can see, he has gained power while being, you know, in limbo. So, for ages, when I first played this game, you know, back in the day when I was a youngling, I could not figure out how to beat him. I eventually figured out that you gotta basically lead him. Where is he? There he is. You gotta lead him away from the arena and get him to follow us along, all while avoiding his attacks, but also making sure he stays on us. Because sometimes he just stops or gets stuck, and it's a little annoying. But as you can imagine, we have basically cleared ourselves a path to him, but also to lure him. So that is essentially what this whole puzzle aspect of this level is about. It's not just about getting to him. There is a side element to it. And I just realised I went the long way around. Oh well. It's fine, it's fine. I also keep trying to press B to jump. I did not go the long way around. Yeah, I keep trying to press B to jump because of Kingdom Hearts. And we have almost finished that game. If you haven't checked out that series, I recommend you do. It's been fun. It's a great game. Where is he? Come on. That's what I mean. Like, he'll just stop or he'll get stuck. Bro, where'd you go? Bruh. See, he's gone. So now we're going to go back and get him. Hopefully he hasn't wandered too far away. But there's a chance the game has just decided we're going to spawn him back to the beginning. All the game's glitched and he's gone. Which has never happened to me before, and I don't think it is a glitch. At least I hope it isn't, because that would be a gigantic pain in the butt. Surely he's back in here. Okay, yeah, we basically ventured too far from him, / he got stuck. So the game was like, nah, go back. It's never happened to me before. He's started to wander back, and I've stopped him wandering back. But he's never just teleported all the way back to the beginning. Which is a little annoying, but at least we didn't die. And if we, you know, hadn't got the go back to the boss arena achievement, I think that might have procced it. But I'm not sure, maybe we'd have to defeat him first. More than likely have to defeat him first. Come on! I'm not losing you again. Come on. That's the thing, you want to like go quite far ahead of him because he is fast and he does a lot of damage to you when he does catch up and hit you. And obviously that ground pound thing helps him a ton. So, you know, you do want to stay ahead, but the game was like, nah, don't stay ahead of him too far. Right, come on in, buddy. This is where you stopped last time and just disappeared. Come on. Get your little vampire ass in here. I should have jumped then. I should have seen that he was going to slam. Although, surprisingly, he has not actually hit us just yet. Come on, catch up, big boy. So, as you can see, we have lured him back in here. So, what we need to do is we need to hop our little butts up here. And like I said, this took me a long time to figure out back in the day. We got to turn the gas back on, and then we got to lure him down towards the center. Come on, big boy, he'll get you eventually. Why are you taking the long way around, bro? Just come here, bro. Come on. No. There we go. So now that we kind of have somewhat lured him here, we need to wait for him to stop to go ground pound. And then run up here and... Can you, thank you, pull the switch to activate the fire. And like he said, even the strongest vampire is vulnerable. And fire does not agree with him. Bye-bye. Pathetic. Hardest boss fight to figure out what to do, but easiest to kill, realistically. Actually, Rahab's pretty easy. But now we have our brother's soul.
Consuming Dumah's soul empowers you to wind a constricting band of spectral energy around your enemies. This energy manifests itself in both the spectral and material realms, and in the physical world, it can be employed to manipulate otherwise immovable objects.
So yeah, this is the unfortunately the last ability we do get. It is a pretty good ability. There are a few areas we can go back to get some stuff now that we have this ability. But first there is an area here where we can get some things by using it. I believe. I'm almost positive. Almost. Not completely, but that area where I walked in and was like, we can't do anything here yet. That is the area that we need to go. So it should be through here, and then basically back to the beginning of the boss arena, but go right instead of into the boss door. Yes, I was right. See? Memory. So obviously, like the god we serve, I guess, said, we can make things move now. So we do that by just and then this turns that, and then boom, this door opens, and then there's two other doors. If I'm remembering correctly, they aren't like for specific things, like story-wise, I mean. But we have just got to actually stake a vampire, which is cool. Give me that soul, thank you. Sorry. Okay, well we're gonna do what we did to your dad. I'm gonna burn you alive. Thank you. If I'm remembering correctly, I think... Oh no, we can't. There we go. I think one of these areas that we are opening up for does contain a health upgrade. I could very well be, wrong. I could be talking out my butt. But we'll find out once we've opened all of them. And then there is some other areas we can visit to get more things. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that in this episode or not, though. Oh yeah, yes, I was right, there is a health upgrade. There's also some of these little big ones, little psychic dudes, but he's just got staked, and I just sent him across the room. Don't throw your kinetic energy at me like I can't throw it back. Ooh, buddy, I will stake you. Ready, and doink! Threw that stake straight through him. Beautiful. Let's get that soul, because we are quite low on health. But this is what we came for. Now we only need 3 more, and then we have all the health upgrades. And I know for a fact where 2 of them are. Just can't remember where the last one is. At least I think I remember where 2 of them are. Keyword being think. But now we will check the 3rd and final door. I don't think there is anything in this one. But It's better to be safe than sorry. And if... Oh, bro's about to hit us. That's rude. We're gonna hit him with a splish splash. Yeah! Give us health. Wait, that didn't kill? Okay, well, I'll just roast you both then. There we go. So that should kill. We'll absorb their souls. I was gonna say, I don't think we're gonna get enough to gain anything back. But we do get, you know, our glyph energy back to full, which I think is worth. Absolutely worth. So yeah, that is pretty much all we can do in this area. I just remembered to get out, we actually have to move the statue back to facing first. But yeah, so that is pretty much all there is in this area, if I'm remembering correctly. Where are we? I think we're in the ruined city. What am I doing? I'm pressing so many buttons. Let's go all the way down to the ruined city, and it should be cleared. Yeah, everything we can get in here has been gotten. So now we're going to head on, probably to get at least the next upgrade, that health upgrade that I remember where it is. And then I believe there should be one more. Yeah, there is one more we can get that I know where it is. Oh, it might not be a health upgrade though, actually. In fact, they both might not be health upgrades. We'll find out when we come to it. We don't need to stress about that right now. Can we have some souls? Or... No? Okay, we will go get more souls. I was gonna say, there's souls here somewhere. This vampire was clawing at us. Clawing through the wall to get at us, I mean. English, hard. Yeah, thankfully there is a portal thing here to go back into the normal world, otherwise we kind of would be trapped in here most of the time. But we're onwards and upwards. Dealt with him pretty quickly, I'd say. Probably the fastest we dealt with one of the bosses.
In the furthermost canyon of Nosgoth's frozen wastes, the hushed silences embrace an ancient enigma. In the bowels of this labyrinth, your master awaits.
Ooh. So yeah, we are actually pretty much at the end. We have no more brothers to get revenge upon. Only Kain remains. Of course, originally, you know, they wanted us to get revenge on because there's 2 remaining brothers, I believe. Or 1. Either way. Unfortunately, he got cut for time. Which is sad. Big sad, but, you know, they rectify it in the next game, trust me. So, now what I want to do is we're going to head here to our clan's territory, because now that we have this ability, there is, I believe, 2 upgrades we can get in our clan's territory alone. And then I think we've cleared out everything we can get in our territory. But let's give ourselves the Fire Reaver, because why not? Also adds a nice little light source in certain areas that are a bit darker than others. And it's just fun roasting vampires before they get a chance to do anything. Come on, give me a soul. Thank you. So, I believe it doesn't take too long to get to where I want to go. I think we're pretty much already almost here. Although I could very well be wrong. Get away. There we go. Absorb all their souls so they can't come back. Bye. See you later. See you later, alligator. And more. Yeah. So there's going to be loads of these buggers. But I was going to say, we are basically here in what we have to do. So we don't really need to worry about that. Get rid of him over there too. Just so he's not a bother. Is there one up here like there was before? No. Right, okay, so basically now we can spin the dial to change which drawbridge the lever pulls down. And in one of them should be a health upgrade. And I believe one of the others should, hopefully, keyword being, contain a glyph upgrade for us to have more glyph energy, which again, super useful. But we are 2 away now from all the health upgrades, and like I said, I don't really fully remember where the others are, which is a bit of a problem. But we move, we shake. So we're gonna spin it this way again, and then lower this one. Does get a bit confusing trying to remember which way you were turning and which one you have turned into. There we go, he's already gone. That's what I love, when they don't know you're there, you just insta-kill them with it. So useful. Yes, I was right. It's just we have to do a puzzle. And if I remember correctly, it is basically the puzzle that we did in Dumah's area, one of the puzzles we did in Dumah's area, where we basically just need to stack three different blocks on top of each other, maybe 4. And then we should, keyword being should, be able to, we should be able to then get said glyph upgrade. Yeah, there's only 3, so a stack of 3 should do. This one obviously isn't as hard as the one in Dumah's area. That one is really finicky, and trying to figure it out, even again, like when I first played through this game when it got remastered, it took me like a good 15-20 minutes the first time to be like to remember and figure out, alright, this is how it's done, because it is so finicky, such a complex puzzle. But again, it is really late in the game, so it's to be expected. It is to be expected. And we do have some puzzles coming up in the final area that I don't know why, but I always struggle with them. It's like I can never remember what I gotta do with it. Okay, we should. No, we need to move it back 1 more. There we go. And now we should be able to reach. There we go. And then 1 more leap of faith, and boom! We got a glyph upgrade. Okay, and then there should be 1 more we can get, and I will cut to when we get to that area, because it is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, I just realised that the reason I couldn't remember where the 3rd and final health upgrade was going to be was because it was in a place that I thought I had already got, and then I was like, wait, did we get it? So I've just come back and checked, and it is in our stronghold. It's the one we saw that is literally right as we come in, and what we needed to do was come back here once we beat the first brother in order to, you know, change into the spectral realm and push our way on in. So now we have 1 more health upgrade, and if it's where I think it is, golden. If not, then we're going to be getting a glyph upgrade again, but don't worry. Don't stress, don't worry. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I have teleported us to the, I think is it the Sunken Abbey? Drowned Abbey. where we first fought Rahab, and one of the things we can do once we've beaten Rahab is you want to come back here, and then instead of going through this door, once you teleport here, go straight back out here, and you will see that boat area. And now, obviously, if you wanted all the achievements, you would have tried not to touch any water. So what you then want to do is, now you swim down here, and basically all the way down to the end of this cave. There should be either a health upgrade or it's a glyph upgrade. I'm pretty sure it's a health upgrade, but I can't remember exactly. I just know there is a health and glyph upgrade in this area that we need to get. And then I think we've actually got all of the health upgrades and glyphs. I know we've got all the health upgrades when we get the last one. Ah, it's a glyph, it's a glyph. Glyph upgrade. I don't know if that is all of the glyph upgrades. It very well could be, but it might not be. But either way, I'm gonna cut to when we get to the final health upgrade, which is also in the Drowned Abbey. Okay, we have made it to where we need to be. I believe, if my memory is serving me correctly, we need to... There we go. Wind this. And it should, yeah, there we go. Drain the water. See, my memory does sometimes serve me well. Sometimes, not all the time. So now we can obviously drop down here. Also pull this out. And then in here we go. And the final health upgrade is ours. Ooh, you spooked me, bud. Shame you're really vulnerable to light, huh? But that is the final health upgrade. So we no longer can upgrade our health, which is brilliant. This is as big as our health bar will get, and it's good to have a big health bar going into the final fight. But that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. I hope you did it. Oh, there's a second one here. I think it's just a little glyph ball in there. Oh no, there is a... Ah, yeah. Just glyph balls. Okay, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because if you haven't, why haven't you? I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will see you in the next video or episode. Bye!